Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, anybody out there? Let's see. Is anybody out there? Good evening, everyone. So, let's see if I can find my co-host. Where is Aaron? Are you there?
I'm here, yeah.
I can hear you.
Guys.
All right, so let's show everyone who's running the scene here. So we got Aaron on the co-host today.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming to the meeting, and hopefully we can get some interesting stuff that we can all start using.
Yes.
Nice to see you.
Yes. All right. So let's go ahead and do some quick self intros. My name is Jeremy Lanig, and I've got this set up so I can get some flashy little banner here for you if you want to see my stats here. So yeah, my name is Jeremy Lanig. I have a master's degree in mathematics. I love problem solving, so this is a really good time for me to try and to work on these big problems I think we're all facing. And so I set up this BINGOBONGO learning and step-by-step Eikaiwa are the two major projects that I work on every day now. And let's hear from Aaron one more time. Aaron, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Aaron Chambers. I'm from the UK, and I've been working with BINGOBONGO for a little bit now. I've been teaching in Japan for 10 years, so hopefully we can share some useful information to everyone. All right, thank you.
All right, well, let's get underway then. Okay, so yeah, basically, the way I want to set this up for now is we're going to just keep this kind of a presentation format. I'm going to blast you guys with a lot of information, a lot of ideas, and then we're going to open it up to a Q&A session, and then we can focus on the parts that you want to hear more about. So I think this allows us to cover things a little bit faster, and the stuff that's not really so interesting or important to you, we can skip it. All right, so let's go ahead and get to my presentation I've prepared here. Nice to meet you. All right, so let's see, my face is in the way, isn't it? Let's move these things around here. All right, so technically speaking, I know everyone wants to talk about the technical stuff. What cameras do you have? What computers do you have? And that's important and interesting, but I think if we spend too much time worrying about the technical stuff, our lessons will start to suffer. So I want to make sure that we can really focus on the content of lessons. But just to give you a heads up on what I'm using, I'm a super otaku, just so you know. So my setup, I don't expect anyone to try to recreate this, but just to give you a heads up, I've got multiple screens. I've got a big computer, and I'm running Zoom. And let's see, so I've got Zoom, and I've got a piece of software called Manycam, which I'll talk about in a moment. But for my microphone, thank you. So am I on audio? Yeah. So for my microphone, I actually like to be free of wires as much as possible. So it's kind of hard to see here in this light. But my microphone is actually designed for a digital SLR. It's a shotgun mic. So what that allows me to do is just put it on the table, and wherever it points is kind of the sound that it picks up the best. So it's good for giving me flexibility to move around. And yeah, so let's see. Thanks for spotlighting me there. All right. So I like to play guitar, move around a lot. So the fewer wires that I have on me, the better. Okay, so let's see. So I've got, my opinion is that a computer gives me more flexibility. I want to have a PC or a laptop or something like that. I find tablets are a little bit restricted in the ability to tab between screens, or at least I'm not good at using them. If I can have two screens, that's better. I can have my Zoom focus on this side, and then I can have my, the stuff that I'm going to either use in my lesson, or I can queue up more stuff over here. I can have my Zoom windows, so that's nice. Yeah, and so like I said, I got a shotgun mic. I have used the lapel mics. I think I've got one here, if you want to see that. So these are really nice if you're using mobile, if you're using a cell phone or a tablet. But these, if you plug it into a computer, they're not powered. So actually, they're not very good for computers. Anything with USB or a battery in it is going to be a little bit better. So, all right. And then I've had problems with Bluetooth headsets. I get sound from one thing, but sound from my songs or whatever is cutting out. I don't know if it's a user problem or if just Bluetooth is not really designed to work well with Zoom or whatever software you might be using. All right, so let's move ahead here. So I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of theory and ideas, and then we're going to actually look at a lot of stuff, like practical stuff in lessons here. So some things that I wish that I knew earlier. I think all of us, we're kind of in the same boat, right? Like we just got thrown into this online teaching situation. We don't know what we're doing, and you have this first week of hell. And we had that last week. And here are the things that I wish I had known before. So number one, let's see if I can get back to my, okay. So this is pretty much the most important thing that I can recommend is that you join your lessons as a student. So I've seen people using, if you had an extra camera or tablet lying around, people use it to point to their books, to show their homework. But when we started out, we didn't know what the students were seeing. So we were trying to share screens and tab between the teacher. And we didn't know that like my screen was mirrored left and right. I didn't know that there was a really bad lag. I didn't know all these things. And just having one little display always showing you what the students are seeing, what the students are hearing is really nice. Hey, Aaron, can you spotlight? Thank you. So you can see that this video here is always set to show what students are seeing. And that's it. And then, yeah, I can hear what they're hearing. I can see what they're seeing. And that's really nice, as it just gives me a better a sense of understanding what my lesson looks like from the perspective of the students. So let's see here. Let me move my big head so you can see some of the stuff here. So yeah, you can see, let's see if I get my drawing. Does this work? Oh, it works, except for I can't draw. All right, okay. So you get instant feedback on screen and audio conditions. That's really nice. And I can, if I have any problems, if one of my computer goes down, if a piece of software goes out, I have a backup, yeah, I have a backup camera ready to go in a pinch. So that's really nice. One thing I've learned after our first week, we thought, okay, we're gonna share with Zoom. And whoops, it says share with Zoom, but actually I wanna say to you, don't share with Zoom. We've had a lot of problems with it. And so what happens when you're sharing with Zoom is you've got your web camera pointed at you, and Zoom is taking all that information and transmitting it to your student. When you share the screen, it then takes all the data from your screen and it wants to share both of those things. So what you're doing is you're sending a lot more information, and if you or your student doesn't have a great web connection, internet connection, you're gonna have a lot of problems. We saw that the lag was so bad, the video wasn't even coming through correctly. It was really problematic. So I thought about it and I did a lot of research, and I came up with a really, really good alternative. And the alternative is basically what you see that I'm using right now. So you can see that all of a sudden I'm doing these really nice transitions, but I'm only sharing one set of data, of information with you. So it's this idea of a virtual screen. What is a virtual screen? So I'll try to explain this in a really basic way. And imagine that you have 10 monitors or 10 screens. And on one screen, I'm gonna have a PDF. On one screen, I'm gonna have a video. And on one screen, I'm gonna have my homework. And I point a webcam. So now I have 10 webcams. And I point a webcam at my main screen and then my sub screens. And then I have like a switcher. I can switch from this camera to this camera to this camera. And like the old telephone operators, they're like unplugging the phones and connecting everyone. Basically, a virtual screen or a virtual desktop or a virtual camera, there's a lot of different ways to refer to them. But it's basically that idea, and that I have different screens that I'm gonna send to my camera. So the software that I've been using is called ManyCam. And I tried a few. There's SparkleCam. I believe that even like VLC Media Player will do it, but I couldn't, I'm not that tech savvy. So for me, ManyCam seemed to be the best option. But just this idea that I can set up my screens and just flip through them really quickly. And it's basically one camera. So Zoom doesn't get overloaded with information. So just get Aaron to chime in here. That first week of hell, right? We tried.
Yeah, it was a lot of learning to do. It's a bit all over the place, but I mean that's normal, right? When you're getting with any skill,
Right.
But yeah,
We were trying
now
to
it's a lot. Sorry,
yeah,
one more time. What was that?
yeah, we were trying to toggle between like screen sharing and then our webcam. And we thought, hey, this is probably a great lesson. And then we saw what the students are seeing and we're like, oh, this is terrible. So yeah, by far, like ManyCam, it simplifies that whole, the process. And by the way, I'm just clicking a key on my keyboard. So there's no more clicks to like, okay, click the share button. Oh, I'm gonna forget my sound. Oh no, it's all automatic. So it's really nice. There's lots of options with ManyCam. You can do, filters, and you can do, masks. I haven't played around with any of that. But for me, it's that transition, the smooth transitions, and it helps us plan for lessons really, really easily. Okay, so let's see, where am I? What do you guys see? I'll look at my subcam here. All right, next, let's take a look at Murphy. Who's Murphy? Well, this guy, I think Murphy is the guy that invented online lessons, because you've probably heard of Murphy's Law, but basically anything that can fail will fail in our lessons. So we really just have to be prepared for that. Expect everything to fail and have a backup plan. Aaron, can you spotlight my video or my camera again? This guy here. So you can see that I have this giant digital SLR. It's a 5D Mark II, or Mark IV, and it creates amazing video. And yesterday, sure enough, one of the most important parts that connects it to my computer, it just died. It just burnt out. So we can't have that. So have extra cameras, extra computers, whatever you can to, keep the show on, right? So show must go on. So having a plan B ready, that's important. These are, little things that we've picked up along the way, but they're really valuable in that I wish we knew in the first week. And finally, just no bells and whistles. Let's try to keep it as simple as we can. The simpler the lesson, I guess, the more chance of success you'll have getting this lesson completed and up and running. At first, I thought, oh, we'll use these filters and these effects, and we can do how is the weather? It's snowy, and sure enough, the software crashed, and we couldn't do any of the stuff we planned. So when I do lessons here, can you see down here? Where's my head? Okay, so let's see. A simple lesson plan is easier to successfully execute. I like to try to avoid extra apps, web browsers, YouTube. If I can keep everything down to one simple folder of files, I'm going to be able to use that a lot easier. And finally, watch out for things that have batteries, anything that's wireless, because those things, for me, inevitably, just your batteries die, wireless like cuts out or fails. So those are the intros. That's kind of the things I wish I knew in the beginning. All right, so let's move along here, going through it pretty quickly. We can go into more depth later if you want. Okay, so what is our approach to lessons? Okay, what is our approach to to doing our lessons? If you have used BingoBongo stuff, you probably know that we're big fans of planning out everything. So we have the curriculum cards, we have all of the units laid out, we have everything ready to go, and we focus our lessons on worksheets. So that was really nice. Once we transitioned to online, we didn't actually have to change a lot in terms of our lesson plans. But yeah, rule number one, the more organized, the better. The second thing is weekly lesson outlines. Let's see if I can get a screen share here. I'm gonna let's find this here. Okay, so let's look at this week's lesson plan. So every week, this is what we set up. We actually go and we say, okay, well, here's the date for the class. This is going to be the second lesson of the first unit. And for the baby class, we're going to do this stuff. And for the Kinder 1, we're going to do this stuff. And we have this kind of long list of, this menu of things we're going to do for our lessons. And we try to get them, 5 to 10 minutes max per activity, with the exception of the worksheets at the end. I think that's the most important part of our lesson. A lot of things change with online lessons, and you've got parents. Again, we're speaking from the standpoint of kids' lessons, but really, when a parent can see that their children are reading and writing, and they're interacting and they're doing something based on that lesson, I think they're more inclined to continue rather than say, okay, this isn't working, we're going to wait till they go back to live lessons. So just to give you an idea of what one of our lessons might look like, let's see if I can move this around here. Okay, so we would do kind of a greeting. What is a greeting? Well, it's trying to organize all the students when they jump in. It gets chaotic. The names, I don't know who's who. And you've got microphone issues, you've got camera issues. So that's really greeting time is the technical setup. We start the class, and then what we do is we try to structure this based on our live lessons. So we take attendance, we do roll, and we ask, everyone, how are you? Or we'll talk about, their profile, what's your nickname, how old are you? Then we'll maybe jump into a song just to break up the rhythm. And then we'll play a little online learning activity. You can call it a game if you want. We're kind of anti-games in our lessons, but so we'd have a game, Where Is It? And then, maybe we would take a look at a chant video or some flashcards. We'll get into the review, or we'll start learning the new materials. And then at the end, we're going to jump in and do the homework. We're going to do the worksheets together. So the students, we were lucky, and we had one lesson of live classes before we went online. It was the first week of classes. We had everyone come in, get their books, and take them home. Usually we tear out the pages so that we can kind of control the flow of the lessons and keep the books in the classroom. But no, guys, take your books home, and then online lessons, open up your book, and we're gonna work through these together. So then we end the class. That would be, a sample lesson for, say, the kindies. Elementary school, a lot of our classes have the same structure, but we just change out the activities or change the difficulty of each activity. So yeah, having a good lesson plan is going to be really, really helpful. And so you probably know Bingo Bongo has the curriculum cards. If I pull up a curriculum card here, we were able to print out a couple of these, but the digital version works fine too. You guys cannot see this at all, can you? All right, so let's go back to my PDF here. So we have our curriculum cards. And this is nice. It gives the students, the parents, the teachers, and all the staff in your school just a good idea of what we're talking about over the course of a unit. Our unit tends to be about 4 lessons. So we'll talk about some vocabulary, which ties into the worksheets. We'll practice some new emotions. How are you? We have a unit song. How is the weather? We have our profile cards. So we talk about what's your name, what's your nickname. And then finally, they have all of the songs and chants. All of our students have the CDs and DVDs, so they can practice those at home. So it's really, it's laid out nicely so that, if we can just implement it online, then we can have, hopefully, a great lesson. Okay, so I'm going to try and find, it's somewhere here. Too many windows open here. Okay, so then back to our slides here. And finally, this is really important for our online planning, our online lesson planning process. And I'll walk you through what we do basically for every lesson. Okay, so I need to get a desktop over here. You can see my messy desktop. I'll share that with you now. And here we go. Display 1, primary. Okay, so we go into my desktop. So here's my desktop. And let me, give me a second here, try to close out some stuff. All right, we'll just do this guy here. All right, so here's my desktop. Everyone hopefully can see it. And I have this folder, and it's just called Online Teaching with, actually Online Teaching with Zoom. Yeah, so Online Teaching with Zoom. And in here, I have a big list. I don't know if you can see this very easily, but I have a list of all these folders. I have the journals for our adult classes. We have our curriculum cards. We have our flashcards. We have these games and activities. We have our junior high school warm-up cards, the profile cards. We have our videos and our worksheets. So basically, this is all the stuff that you would find in the Bingo Bongo downloadable curriculum packs or on our website. If you've seen our website, it's all laid out really nicely so you can download everything you need. So let me get my windows back here. Okay, so if I'm going to plan a lesson, here's what I do. Basically, I have a folder that says Jeremy's Lessons. So I'm going to open Jeremy's Lessons, and I would have here my Saturday classes, my Thursday classes, whatever the day of the week. So I'm going to make a new one and just call this, today is Wednesday, Zoom class. All right, so let's prepare a class for us today. And what I do is then I go through and I think, okay, well, this class, I need their curriculum card. So I open the curriculum card folder and I go, okay, well, let's see. This is the bunny class. Is this, yeah, these are the, whatever, we're kindies today. So I'm gonna throw in the kindy one. And a really nice trick with Windows is if you hold, not Control, if you hold Alt and you drag it, you get a shortcut. So what I'm doing is I'm going to create a playlist, if you will. I'm going to create a list of all these files I'm going to use, but I'm not copying anything. I'm just setting up a list. Okay, so then let's see. I go back and I need my flashcards. Well, let's see. This is from Fun Book 1 or Lesson 1. So I'm going to do the words that start with the letter A. I want to practice those. And that's all we need for that. Then let's see, do I want to practice the weather flashcards? Sure, let's practice the weather flashcards. All right, and let's see, what else do I need? Games. Do I need a game? Yeah, let's throw in a game. Let's continue talking about, let's do some emotions. We'll do the peekaboo game. All right, so peekaboo, how are you? And next, let's do a profile card. Yeah, we need a profile card. We always warm up, we start the classes with these profile cards. And I actually have a different one ready to go here, so I'll find that. Let's see, this is going to be profile card for our Zoom presentation. And I think that's mainly videos. Oh, of course, we need some videos. Let's see, do I want to do a song? I'll do a chant. I'll do words that start with the letter A and throw that in there. So I've got my nice little menu here and worksheets. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll need some. Actually, I need to get my video of the homework. So we have these instructional videos here, and I'll talk about these in a little more detail soon. But let's see if I can find a newer one. Fun book. Let's see here. I had them set up, but I'm going to just grab them on the fly, and we'll do this guy here. 1-3 level 1 unit 2. Looks all right. We'll do B's for some reason with these. Okay, so. And then finally, I think that's good. If I wanted to have the worksheets that they're working on, again, these are all in a folder as well. So we could do pages, let's say 5 and 6, but we don't need those. And that's it. Really, that's how I plan my lessons. You notice I'm not using any apps. I'm not using any apps. I'm not using YouTube. I'm not really using anything other than these files that are on my computer. So I know they're going to work. I don't have to worry about any technical issues, load time, stuff like that. So that's how I prepare for my lessons in a nutshell. So let's see then. Where am I? Okay. And great. So that's the preparation process. I actually just walked you through that. So if you have all of the materials easily organized, it makes it really nice for you as a teacher, or if you have staff, so that you can all get prepared really quickly. And again, I love PDFs. I found PDFs to be the most valuable resource so far, in addition to the stuff that we already had. So I'll explain that in a moment. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully not going through this too quickly, but next I want to do a mock lesson. So Aaron and I are going to walk you through what one of our lessons would look like. So let's get Aaron in here. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. All right. So let's spotlight you for a second. So Aaron's going to be my my student. How old are you? You're about what, 5 years old, right?
Yeah, I feel like that sometimes. Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So what we're going to do is maybe you saw this. And let's see, where is my nice little class I prepared? So you saw this when we started today's lesson, is that I had a nice screen just up. And it wasn't Zoom. It wasn't anything to do with Zoom. It's the fact that I can set my desktop or a PDF or a picture. I can set anything to display while students are entering the classroom, and then just mute my camera. So what we normally have would be something like this. It says here, welcome. Our lesson will start soon. Okay, and usually this picture of me is not in the frame. And here you can see I can change just by clicking this, I can change the teacher's picture. I can, whoa, these are nice, they're PDFs, but I can change this. So we're gonna call this the party class. This is the party class tonight. And we started at 9 o'clock, so we're at 9:30, doing all right. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd. So I have this screen up, and what we do is we have a manager come in as a co-host, and the manager goes in and they start doing the renaming, and they help with the technical difficulties. And that way I can, get ready for my lesson, and I don't have to be frustrated and flustered with all that process. There's so much going on. So if you have one extra person who can come in and start, helping with that, it solved a lot of issues for us. All right, so we start the class, and then I would, change my camera to me, so like you can see now, say, hey guys, how you doing? Let's start the class. All right, so then, oh, well, what I want to do is, I want to have as much interaction using these flashcards or PDF files, whatever you want to call them. So, all right, this is the first thing we do. We try to talk about the date or the day or anything we can. Okay, Aaron, what day is it today?
Today is Wednesday.
That's right. It is Wednesday. Why did I have to choose the most difficult day to spell? All right. So Wednesday. All right. So Aaron, why don't we say all the days together? Sunday, Monday. So we can, practice vocabulary as we're doing this. If Aaron's 5, he probably can work on the days. It might be too difficult, but say, all right, Aaron, what month is it? Do you know the month?
Yeah, it's April.
April. Good. I already spelled it. All right. So April, what? 1st, 2nd? So we could practice saying all the ordinals, cardinals, whatever. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. What is today, Aaron?
The 22nd.
All right, April 22nd. And it's 2019, right?
No, it's 2020.
Oh, okay. 2021? Oh, wait, 2020. All right. Okay. So everyone, please repeat after me. Let's say the day and the date. So please say, today is Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday.
Good. The date is April 22nd, 2020.
The date is April 22nd, 2020.
All right. So for me, this is the most valuable part of having the ManyCam or the picture-in-picture. The students can see me, and they can see me give cues and, okay, now it's your chance to speak, say something. Because that first week, we couldn't really figure out the timing, and there's lag issues. But yeah, give them gestures, have that video layer, inside of your lesson at all times, and you're going to have, I think, a more successful lesson. All right, so now it's time to take attendance. All right, let's see then. Who is this? Who's this? If the student's here, please say it's me if you can.
It's me. I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. What's your name?
My name is Aaron.
All right. How do you spell Aaron? Is it E-R-I-N? No.
No, it certainly isn't. It's A-R-R-A-N.
A-R-R-A-N. What's your nickname, Aaron?
My nickname is AJ.
All right. Hi, AJ. AJ, today we're going to practice how old are you? Or we could do, we have different slides depending on what we want to practice. How are you? Where are you from? Whatever the case. So we do this, with each student to try and get some one-on-one interaction. If you've got a lot of students, try to get through it quickly. But again, I love to have my students all muted and just kind of unmute one student at a time. But in general, if I have the whole class muted, it allows, I think, the students to focus a little bit better. We've had some complaints from parents saying there was too much background noise from the other kids, like dogs and siblings. And also at the end of the day, if I record this video and it's just me talking and you don't have a lot of background noise, that lets the students review it. So we put it up on our website, or they can watch it on YouTube, wherever you put it. And then there's a really nice video that they can review without having the background noise and distractions. So next, let's see, who's this? It's me. Oh, what's your name? I'm Utah. I don't know. I'm gonna make up some fake names here to protect the innocent. Utah, what's your nickname? My nickname is Monster Hunter. Okay, hi Monster Hunter. Great. How old are you? I'm 5 years old. Great. Okay, so and then we could do a group activity where, okay, everyone, let's say he is Aaron. His nickname, blah 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 blah. We can do a lot of different things just with one set of PDF images here. All right. Whoa, who's this? Hey, Aaron, who's this?
It's Doraemon. It's Doraemon.
All right, so it's Doraemon. He's not here. He's not a student. By the way, obviously these are copyrighted images. We don't use these for any of our paid products or stuff that we distribute. But we can't really tell teachers what images to insert. Again, you click it and you can change any of the images really easily. So I'm going to change this to Kitty Chunk. Can you guys see this happening? Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
these are really cool. And then I'd go through finally, all right, guys, ask me, what's your name? So I'm Jeremy. And then at the very end of this, when the class is finished, I throw this up and say, hey, our class is finished. Your homework for today is page, whatever the homework is. But it gives them a visual so that when they rewatch the video, they can see it. Have a good evening. All right, see you again. Thank you. Goodbye. All right, so that would be the first item on our menu. And let's move then into, after that we would do a song. I'm not gonna play the song right now. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Then maybe I'd say, all right guys, let's play a little game. Yeah, so this is the PDF game. I made this today. But the nice thing is that it's just images. So there's no issue with the video having a lag or it being too, just complicated. So this game is called Peekaboo. How are you? All right, Aaron, can you repeat after me? Let's say, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Okay, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
All right, so that's the idea. We can practice the vocabulary, maybe use some facial gestures. And then, all right, so Aaron, can you say, Peekaboo, how are you?
Peekaboo, how are you?
All right, Aaron, how is he? He is, what do you think?
I think he is happy.
All right, everyone, if you got your chat boxes open, you can feel free to throw out your answers too. Okay, so here we go. Actually, oh, I'm sorry. Aaron, he's okay. So it says, I'm okay. That's okay. All right, next. Can you say, Peekaboo, how are you?
Peekaboo, how are you?
All right, what do you think, Aaron? How is he?
He is happy.
Hey, that's right. He said, I'm happy, so he's happy. Okay, so that's the idea with these PDF games. They're really simple, but I think for younger kids especially, they're easy enough and they can keep their attention and interest. Okay, so then let's see, moving along. Let's go back to our schedule here. And if I get out of full screen, where did that convenient menu go? Here it is. All right, so we were going to do a song, play a game. Then we would do maybe some review the A words. We do flashcards or maybe do a video. So let's take a look now at how I use Manycam to queue up all of my activities. And let's see, how do I get out of my screen here? Okay, so I'm gonna share my desktop with you again. It's gonna get a little bit wild. I apologize. Woo! So let me get back to my just standard desktop, and I want you to just see Manycam. All right, so here's Manycam. And you can see down at the bottom of the screen, I have all of these channels. And what these are the different video cameras, these virtual video cameras that I can load up anything I want and then just tab on the keyboard to scroll through them. So if I click on this guy, if I go to number 1, then I can transition to number 1. If I transition to you cannot see that anymore. So But yeah, so these, just down here, these little buttons allow me to transition really smoothly. So here's transition, 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 transition. So each of these could be a part of your lesson. It could be your song, it could be your flashcards. So in number 7 here, in video number 7, I'm going to load a video. And in number 8, I'm going to load a set of flashcards. So I'll just click on the button here. And first I have to open the materials. I have to open the flashcards, or I have to open the video. So let's open, then I have my menu of things I want to show you. I'll open the song, hello, hello, what's your name? Actually, let's do, I want to do the chants if I can. Is that this one? Panda 1 worksheets. No, this is a little bit different than what I just created on my desktop. That was the, where did that go? Didn't I just make a folder, Aaron? All right, whatever. It's somewhere. Ah, I know where I put it. It's in Jeremy's folder of lessons where it should be. All right, so I go over here and my Wednesday Zoom class, and here I had the ABC chants. I'm gonna play those. And actually, I'm gonna stop it right away. So this video is now somewhere in my screen on my computer. I'll just put it down here, go back to ManyCam, and then now on number 7, I click and I can go down to my desktop, and I'm gonna share an app window. And you can see I've got all of these different windows open, but I wanna find the ABC chants letter A. So now that's in number 7, and if I just Alt 7 to that, now you can see the video is ready to go. So then I'd say, okay guys, let's sing a song, and it's already. Aaron, can you hear that?
Let's start with the letter A.
Yeah, sounds good.
Alligator. Alligator. Apple. Apple.
All right, so we can listen to the song.
Ant.
But you know, maybe I want to put my video or my face in there so I can throw this. I can take the 7th screen over here. I'm going through this very quickly because I don't want to get buried in details and tutorial of ManyCam. But I'll just say over here, I can do a split screen, save that. So now I've got over here, I can add my face alongside that. So now we can kind of groove out together. The one thing I've noticed though is that with video, there tends to be lag. So I like to mute all the students, and I don't want to sing over it because my live mic and the video audio tends to be offset pretty badly sometimes. So just, groove out, make a nice recorded video for them to watch later and sing along to. We try not to interrupt that. And then, yeah, so we could watch the video for the A words, and then maybe I wanted to queue up my my flashcards. So let's go ahead here, and words that start with A. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see. No, you probably can't. So back to my desktop. So I've got the words that start with A flashcards, and I would like to, again, this is something I should be queuing this all up, preparing all before my lesson. But that just makes it nice that I can just scroll through and have a really smooth, effortless lesson. So I'm going to put in my flashcards to, let's see, I want to find words that start with A. All right, and hey, that didn't work. Let's try that again. App window and words that start with A. There it is. Okay, and so let's transition to that guy. And guys, I'll go find my my PDF viewer that has that one. Hit Control L to maximize it. And oh no, there are no words. There are no sentences. Isn't that beautiful? Because some people go, oh, it should be uppercase. No, it should be lowercase. No, it should have and. No, Jeremy, you made a mistake. There should be an and. So we can do a lot with these. It's so cool. And so whatever their age, whatever their level is, I can then, yeah, we can practice that, and I can change it on the fly. So, all right. So Aaron, can you please repeat? It's an ant.
Yeah, it's an ant.
Okay, and I have a question for you, Aaron. Do you have ants in your pants? You don't have to answer. I assume you don't.
Not at the moment, I don't.
Okay, good. So yeah, after that, let's transition back to that slide, back to that PDF. So I would then do all of the alligator. Again, this is all just PDFs. There's nothing complicated going on. I haven't touched the Zoom. I haven't touched Zoom once this whole, 42 minutes. So that's the beauty, is trying to simplify the whole process. Okay, so let's go back to our lesson menu here, which you can see, but I can't see. Let me free up my desktop and find that guy here, Minicam. All right, here it is. So yeah, so we practice the A words. And then finally, guys, let's do some worksheets together, okay? So this is, I think, this is the biggest challenge we had, is we've got all of these awesome worksheets, but how do we get the students to work through them together in this online format? So I thought, wow, guys, well, I have this super sweet computer. Let me show you here. Yeah. All right, so this is my Dell 2-in-1, and it's cool. It's a tablet, it's a touch screen, and I can write with my stylus, and I can do all of the exercise right on here. Perfect for me, problem for my teachers who don't have any of this stuff. So I tried to figure out what's gonna be the best solution, and I realized, who's gonna know if we just show them a video of the worksheets being completed? And on top of that, we can just pause it and act like we're doing it ourselves. So this is the really, so far so good. I don't know, Aaron, do you have anything you wanna comment on these? You've been using these, I think, in pretty much every lesson, right?
Yeah, they work really well. And so being able to edit them live, and yeah, if I have different levels of students, that's really helpful. I can tailor them.
But yeah, definitely. But I mean, so for the videos of the worksheets being done, these are just a video, we hit play, right? So with the flashcards we can edit, but the videos we just hit play. And so let's do some homework together. So I pull up the book and say, hey, everyone, you got your phone book? Is it upside down? Is it left, right? Whatever. They're really bad at showing me things on the screen, but it's all right. It's cute. And so this is, here's the video. I haven't queued this up, but and that is not the video. All right. So let me go fishing here for resources. I've got so many things I want to show you. It will be in my Fun Book 1 worksheets. All right. Okay. So actually, I tried to start simple with these, but I'm really bad at keeping things. I always want to improve things and try to add more to it and get wild with them. So I'm going to queue up the video into one of my Minicam windows here, and this is going to be Fun Book 1. And all right, so here we go. Let's take a look at the homework. And actually, I added an intro. I got a little wild with these, so bear with me as we see the alligator here. And okay, how do I make this guy full screen? I think this one's F11. Can you guys see my video? You can. Yes. Where is it? Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing you find is you have windows open here and there. Alt tab allows you to find stuff quickly. All right, so let's go full screen and let's start. Hi, everyone. I'm Ari the alligator. Today, let's do some worksheets together. Do you have your pencil, your eraser, and worksheets from Fun Book 1 by Bingo Bongo Learning? If you do, then we can start. Okay, let's go. Hi guys. Okay, today we're going to do the spelling time worksheet on page 7. Okay, so I've put audio on top of it, but actually when I'm teaching this live, when I'm teaching this in my online classes, yeah, I don't want the audio on. I'm gonna mute it. And I'm gonna be the person speaking and saying, hey guys, let's do this worksheet together. All right, do you have your pencils? Okay, let's write these words. And I'll pause it at the times that I wanna focus more on the reading or the writing or the spellings or vocabulary practice. But now I have this nice video, I can put it on our website or I can share it with them. And then after that, they can go back and watch the video, and there's still some audio input, and they can listen to that as they work through the rest if they didn't finish it in class. So then let's try, can you see, oh, do I want to, I'll do split screen, sure. Move this over just a hair. Where's my minicam? Put it over here. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna actually play this again. I hit play,
Okay.
but I'm gonna
these are
mute
the
it.
words.
All right, guys. So we're gonna. Hey, Aaron, we're gonna practice the words that start with the letter B. Okay. So can you say
Okay.
these words? All right. Okay. So Aaron, what's this?
This is boy.
Good. That's great. So let's say he's a boy.
He's a boy.
All right. So whatever the case. All right. So then I think we're gonna practice all of the words one time. So we would say, okay, guys, it's a bat. It's a bed. And again, look, this is great. I'm hands-free, and I'm not, it's so nice. Sorry, the bottom one got cropped out. I'll be fixing these, these minor issues as we go, but all right, so then I explain, okay, now we're gonna write each word 2 times. Okay, how do you spell? I think you kind of have to watch the video and figure out what the narrator's doing if you're not listening. But I think for this one, we're gonna say, okay, that has 3 letters. The next one has 3 letters. We're counting them out. But then all scroll ahead. So here's the nice thing. You can kind of skip to the point that you want. Okay, this one has 4 letters. Let's do a little bit of problem solving here. It says 4 letters, and there's one with 4 letters down below. So here we go. It's B-A-L-L. So make sure to trace one time. I used my really fat glittery marker. And yeah, then we write the words. And so this is going to be much faster than a 5-year-old can write. So that's where we can stop the video. Okay, did you guys say the letters? Did you say B? Did you say A? Did you say, L? And, maybe I'll skip ahead. We haven't got a lot of feedback from parents to see, what their reactions are, what the students' reactions are as they're doing it. But the video is available then after the lesson. So they can go and if anything, just listen along and write it at their own pace. So that's I guess, how we've solved that problem for our worksheets. So obviously this takes a lot of time. We have 6 different sets of homework, or of where we're at in the book based on the age. So I've got to do this 6 different times per week. But imagine, if you've got 30 classes, 40 classes. You do it once and you just play it for every single class. So yeah, it's super nice for us. And I use OneNote. I had some problems with the Adobe writing feature, but if you have Windows 10, there's an automatic screen capture software built into Windows 10. It's in their game console, their game bar. But there's other freeware out there that you can use. I think even VLC Media Player is free, and you can record your videos. So yeah, I mean that's really nice, because there's no more problem with technical issues. All of the teachers have it set up. We're all teaching the worksheets kind of in the same way now, if if they're already pre-recorded. So that's really nice. And then of course at the end, I can go ahead and turn up the volume and listen to my alligator voice.
We can write 2 times B, A.
All right, so I'm not going to spend any more time on these videos for the moment, but I hope that gives you some insight on our lesson menu. I'm covering a lot of stuff here, and I hope you guys have a lot of questions for us. But for now, that was it. That's our homework. And I like to spend a little more time on worksheets now that we have online lessons. When we were doing live lessons, yeah, we would spend about 10 to 15 minutes for worksheets, but now I see that it's going a little bit longer, maybe 20, 25. And for the older kids, our new, especially like with Funbook 3, let me throw this up here. Funbook 3, every single page is pretty, it has a lot of content, and it's easy to do, but they just take time. And so if a teacher can design their whole online lesson based on these worksheets and still get the listening, speaking interaction and the reading, writing, and then the parents can see, oh, they got, these online lessons are really effective. The kids are, writing, and they're doing all their homework each time. I think that's working really well for us so far. So let's see if I can find my original. So this is a mock lesson. There's a lot of stuff to cover. We got the, oops, you cannot see what I'm looking at. All right, so let's see. We started the class. We had the manager in the class as a co-host, and they changed the names. They, parents who always, seem to have problems with the audio, with the technical issues, they can help. We did this kind of interactive attendance activity. We played Peekaboo, How Are You as a little warm-up game. We reviewed some past material. We practiced our new concepts, and we did our worksheets together. And again, I never left my desktop. I didn't go to any websites. I didn't use any apps. Obviously, if you have apps you like using or websites that are part of your lesson, that's fine. You can throw them into Minicam and yeah, have a channel ready to go. So wow, where are we at then? I think join as a student, that's not important. That is not important. Okay, so actually we're kind of right on schedule. I'd like everyone, let's take a 5-minute break. Refill your coffees, your wines, your beers. We should do an official compi at some point, huh? So yeah, we got 5 minutes on the timer. This is another cool little feature of Minicam, but I'll throw that up and reset. Okay, guys, start your engines and see you in 5. And we're back. Wow. Did my timer? What's my timer doing? Oh, we're still at what, 4 hours. We gotta take a little more of a break here. All right, let me turn this timer off. Goodbye, timer. All right. Yeah, round 2. Cheers, everyone. Here's to surviving the online lesson this far, and then here's to working together to find some good solutions. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so 5-minute break is done. And let's take a look now at the next item on our agenda. All right, so I want to talk about just some of the stuff we've been using in classes. So I just want to show you some of the ways that PDFs are by far the best resource in my book. So let's go ahead and jump into the stuff I want to show you. And I'm going to start with these ABC Phonics flashcards that I came up with. Okay, so everyone can see them on the screen. I hope. Yes, good. These are cool. So who knew that PDFs were so robust and versatile? You can code with JavaScript in a PDF. So basically, there's one small thing is that you have to use Adobe Reader for any of the, well, not for any of the flashcard packs that have code built into them. You have to use Adobe Reader, but it's well worth it. So you can download it. It's free. You can use it on anything, PC, iOS or Mac or whatever, Android. There's some slight differences between the software on a computer versus on mobile. So that makes the flashcard packs a little bit different. But overall, they're pretty cool. So let's take a look. Got it. All right, so here we go. These are our BingoBongo Phonics flashcards. And so right away on the first page, I can choose what kind of mode do I want to do. All right, so do I want to start with the word on or the word off? And so as we've been producing flashcards, we hear from some teachers, we want uppercase, we want lowercase, we want no words, we want. So it gets tricky to make everyone happy, but man, PDFs, it's game over. Like it's all done so easily. So for example, the word is on, and do I want to start with uppercase or lowercase? Let's start with lowercase and just hit start here. So hey, check it out, it's an ant. All right, and that's it. I could hide the word if I want. Let's hide the word. Whoop. I can show the word, maybe, check. I can switch the case to upper or lower on the fly. So I could say to all of my students, if we still want to get a little bit analog in the process, I have all of my students with their whiteboards at home. We said go to the 100 yen shop and buy one of these. And okay, guys, here's the uppercase A-N-T. Can you write the lowercase on your whiteboards? And they try to write it out. And we say, okay, let's check on the fly, right? All right, A-N-T, good job. Okay, next, what's this? It's a ball. All right, so that's one option. Or maybe we could start with the word off. And that way, I'm not testing their reading, but I want to test their knowledge of the vocabulary. And maybe I want to show them the words in uppercase when they, maybe this is for the younger kids, the 3-year-olds. So, all right, guys, what's this? Hey, Aaron, you there?
Yep. Okay. It's an ant.
He is muted. Oh, Aaron, you there? Oh.
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, just a minute, Aaron. Technical difficulties. I'm not plugged in.
All right.
All right, you there?
Yes. Okay. It's an ant.
Thank you, Aaron. How do you spell ant?
A-N-T.
All right, so I can touch this area, I can touch the and, or I can touch the check button. Woo, good job. Can you write that in lowercase, Aaron? That's the small A-N-T, good job. All right, so again, maybe you want to randomize this. And, let's practice spelling. That's fun. And let's do some lowercase spelling. All right, let's start. Oh, Aaron, what's this?
It's a ball.
All right, how do you spell ball? What's the first letter?
B.
That's right. What's the second letter?
A.
That's right. L-L.
L.
You are correct. Okay, so B-A-L-L. Or maybe you want to just test the first letter, right? Okay, guys, we'll do the uppercase for the younger kids. Oh, this is a box. What's box? Actually, this should be the maybe the X word, but anyway, that's okay. Yeah, box. All right, lowercase. Box. So these are fun, and there's a lot of ways you can use them. But maybe best of all, I think this is Aaron's idea. He said, "Why don't we have a surprise me mode?" All right, so surprise me and turn off the word, and let's turn random on. Okay, Aaron, what's this?
It's a zigzag.
All right, please write on your whiteboard. Okay, let's write on your whiteboard zigzag. Now, if you write uppercase and it's uppercase, I'll give you 5,000 points.
Okay.
I'm gonna write it on my board. Here we go.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm banking on uppercase. What do you got? You went with uppercase too. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
And oh, sorry, minus 5,000 points to the both of us. But anyway, we're having fun with these, and it's just one PDF pack. You don't need internet. Obviously, you need internet for Zoom, but it's just one PDF pack. You can throw it on a tablet. You can throw it on your phone. You can use these anywhere. What? PDFs are awesome. Okay, just the only thing you gotta watch out for is you have to use these buttons. If you don't use the buttons, it breaks the code, or the code doesn't work right all the time. So watch out for that. So those are our ABC phonics. Let's see, what else we got? We got a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna run through. Let's see. So next, again, kind of we saw the peekaboo game. Next, let's try the where is it game. Let's put that up in here. All right. So again, we can make, if you have the idea, we can make these really quickly. There's not a lot of there's not a lot to them. We just have to have some nice images and the concept. So okay, guys, where is it? Let's try to guess which cup each thing is under. So my best student, Aaron, can you read the letters here?
Yeah, it's A-P-P-L-E.
All right, what does that spell?
Apple?
That is correct. Boom. All right, so what we're gonna do, Aaron, is we're going to put 3 cups down and cover the apple in one of them. And okay, are you watching closely? Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you watching? Whoa. Okay, we shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right, Aaron, which cup is the apple under? The apple is under number 1. The apple is under cup number 2, or the apple is under cup number 3.
I think the apple is under cup number 1.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It is not. The apple is not under cup number 1. The apple is not under cup number 2. The apple is under cup number 3. Okay, so again, we do this for, every, word or every letter we want to practice, but we can make these, using PDFs, and it's such a simple process. These could be done with just a regular set of, JPEGs or a PowerPoint, but for me, I think PDF by far is the winner in terms of having the most flexibility for resources. All right, so on that note of just kind of picture-based, activities. All right, guys, let's practice the weather. Let's practice it's sunny, it's cloudy, it's rainy, it's windy. And we've set these up to be, simple enough that kids can hopefully either write the letters or draw a picture, depending on their age. But can you draw sunny? All right, let's draw sunny and say sunny. All right. So stuff like that, try to keep it, interactive and hopefully get everyone involved. Rainy, windy, snowy, hot, cold. Okay, so, our curtains are closed, Aaron. How is the weather?
I think, is it sunny?
Hey, it's sunny. Good job. And you drew a sun on your whiteboard, or you wrote sunny, I'm sure. All right, guys, how is the weather? Ooh, what do you think, Aaron? It's...
Is it snowy?
Oh, I'm sorry. And what? There's a cow. There's a cow. All right. So, yeah. Great. And let's keep on moving along. All right. How's the weather? It's rainy. So these just really simple activities. We've gotten so much mileage out of, and it doesn't matter what age they are. Kids love this this kind of suspense. Like, oh, what is it? And you just modify the vocabulary. You change the the words or the sentences or the questions based on their level. All right. So then let's move along. Peekaboo, how are you? Weather, where is it? So that's kind of the gist of our games that we've got so far. And let's go back to our presentation so I can see where I'm at. Okay, so PDF games, we got how is the weather? Peekaboo, how are you? Oh, spot the differences. How did I forget that one? So I'm making this stuff so fast that I kind of forget the next day what I even made. So here we go. Let's find spot the difference, and boom, here we go. So these ones are really cool. I'm really excited about these. They need a little more development, but they're gonna be really fun once they're up and running. So same thing. You got to use Adobe for these, yeah. So this one it's going to illustrate that you can do some things with computer Adobe Reader, but there's some things you can't do. And so for the computer version of this game, we have a timer that's built in. But for the tablet device, we don't have a timer. That's the only big difference. So we're on a computer, obviously. So let's start. Okay, Aaron, how long should we give them?
Let's say 30 seconds.
30. You said 30. All right. All right. So we're gonna, Aaron, if you keep your eye on the chat box, and if somebody blurts out one of the differences, let me know. I'm gonna spot it here. I'm gonna circle it. All right. So here we go. 30 seconds to spot the differences. Ready? Start. Okay. So you can see our timer is counting down. All right. Now let's go to the next picture. Oh, what is different? Oh, what is different? Oh, can you see anything that's different? All right, Aaron, what's different? What can you see?
Giraffe. We have giraffe.
All right, I'll touch the giraffe. Boom, 1 point. All right, let's go back.
All right.
There was a giraffe. Okay, what's different here?
Snow mountain. Snow mountain.
I see on the hand. Somebody said hand. All right, somebody in the chat box said hand.
Snow mountain.
Okay.
Mountain.
Oh no, game over. 30 seconds. That's a little kibishi. We got to give them more time. Okay, so you found 2 things. You made 0 mistakes. You got 2 points. Let's try again. Let's do 60 seconds, and let's try to beat the round here. All right, so we said there was a giraffe, and the hand has 4 fingers. Here, this hand has, 1 finger pointing. You said there's snow on the mountain. Oh, I think this is different. Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Spider.
Spider.
Somebody found the spider. Okay, going next. What's different? What can you see? Anybody?
Cat. Cat.
Cat. There's a cat.
And a frog.
There's a frog. And there's a cloud. Okay. Well, there's maybe one more. Where is it? Where is it? Anyone? Oh, here. Look at the die.
The letter A. Yeah,
And then-
the letter
yeah,
A.
question mark. Oh, there you go. Boom. All right. You found all 8 in 46 seconds. You made one mistake. So you got 7 points. Woo-hoo. Congratulations. These are awesome. I don't know. We're having a lot of fun. So those were Spot the Difference. And these are also, we have these same worksheets in our Fun Book 3 as well, with a writing section based. So after they find the differences, they have to write, there is a pencil, there is no pencil, or something like that. So then, let's see, I need to get out of this PDF. But look at that, that was just a PDF. That's so cool. All right, so then, what color is the ghost? I think you get the idea. Okay, so Bonkers Flashcards. Let's take a look at this new set of flashcards that we're kind of putting together. And these are also, they're coded, they're really cool. And you can only use them in Adobe Acrobat Reader, or Adobe Reader. So then let me find my things to showcase here. And I want to find Bonkers, 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 Bonkers. Maybe I don't have these in my list, so I'll just type in Bonkers PDF. And they're not complete, they're not finished right now, so bear with us as we show you these. And vehicles. All right, let's try this one. Okay, so here we go. So these are the vehicles version of Bingo Bongo Bonkers flashcards. And they will get really silly, they'll get really bonkers. These are probably better for a little more advanced students who can read and understand some of the comprehension here. But so let's see, we've got beginner, we got 3 levels, beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And we've got the regular mode or Bonkers mode. Let's start with regular mode, and let's just keep it simple, beginner. Now, do I want to practice questions? Do I want to practice sentences, or just nothing to start? And again, I can randomize it. Do I want to practice spelling mode or reading mode? Okay, so let's start with, the sentence in reading mode. Here we go. This is the old version. So clearly it says airplanes are yellow, but that's not what it's supposed to say. So anyway, let's go ahead and just, so it says airplane, we got the picture, airplanes are yellow. And then if I hit the question button, whoop, oh, what's going on here? And these might be not the ones I should be showing you. I've got a lot of different versions that some of them are working, some of them are not. All right, here we go. So let's see if this works now. We'll start with a sentence, reading mode, beginner, and no thanks, don't go bonkers, start. All right, so again, right now I think it's got some weirdness to it. I have an airplane under my park. Yeah, we've got to fix that and change it. I like orange airplanes. So every time I hit the sentence button, a new sentence pops up. Orange airplanes are exciting. Green airplanes are not great. I like orange airplanes. I don't know why orange is popping up here. I don't like big airplanes. Green airplanes are not great. Okay, so I have a question. Is that a big airplane? So maybe in a lesson setting, I could go around each student and click a new sentence or a new question. We're going to polish these up so that all of the vocabulary and grammar makes sense, is not, strange. But on the other hand, we do want to have that kind of fun silliness as well, kind of like a Mad Lib. So if you go back and you go to Bonkers mode, it's randomly generated. There's not an infinite, but almost an infinite number of options or words that pop up here. So let's go then with, say, intermediate and Bonkers mode, and we'll start with a question. Start. Okay, Bonkers mode has the questions off to start. So airplane, question, is that an orange airplane? Can I get in an airplane, please? Are those small airplanes? What kind of airplanes do you like? Again, it's all randomly generated based on a fixed set of vocab. So that is an old airplane. I can get on an airplane. No, you can't, it's dangerous. So just to give you an idea, but for all the vocab, we have all of these different, what kind of boats do you like? Please don't get on boats. All right, Bonkers, we still got to fix a little bit of the stuff, but please ride a bus. Car. Are those old cars? There are 5 cars by my classroom. Oh no, what are they doing there? So finally, one feature that's going to be really cool is the custom mode. So you click here, and now I can go in and just choose what's the word I want to set for all of these vocab. So rather than airplane, or like for say a truck, maybe you want to call it a lorry, or for a helicopter, you could call it a chopper. And do you have the sentence, choppers are cool. And then the question, do you have a chopper? Oh, whatever, just kind of random stuff here, but hit finished. And now I go back into custom mode and I can start. Oops, sorry, I'm in Bonkers mode, so let me change that back. So custom mode, start with a sentence. So if I go to my, where's my helicopter here? Oh, sorry, it's a chopper. Choppers are cool. Question, do you have a chopper? So we can program these as we'd like. And if we try the spelling, let's go again to chopper. C-H-O-P-P-E-R, chopper. So yeah, just if I haven't said it enough, the PDFs are really, really powerful tools for online lessons. So, oops, just a moment, get back to our presentation here. So yeah, anyway, we got lots of different levels. These are going to be cleaned up in the next, hopefully, week or two, and then we'll have a lot of ways we can use these. So finally, the editables, the editable, interactive flashcards. So we saw those already with ant when we looked at the, the words that start with the letter A, but we have for all of our flashcard packs, for everything for Phone Book 1, 2, and 3, we're going to have an interactive version where you can type in whatever you want. So, say we're going to do the weather here. I can say it's sunny. All right, how is the weather? Maybe use this as a speaking activity. All right, Aaron, do you like sunny weather?
Yes, I do.
All right, AJ likes sunny weather. All right, so then we can ask, each of the students about the weather. But yeah, brilliant. So many choices, so many options. Okay, so let's see if I've got more in my bag of tricks that I want to show you. So we're going to have over 100 sets of these interactive. Can I find them? I have too many tabs open, but yeah, so over 100 different sets. You customize it, you set it, you can save them. So you save the vocab before your lessons or create it on the fly to make it a little more interactive and interesting. And yeah, everything that we have on our website that's printable, there's going to be the interactive version. We love them so much. Great. So finally, the homework tutorials. Again, it solves the handwriting issue, and it gives students a chance to review or work through the homework, or just check their homework after they finish their homework or finish the lesson. So if I find the folder, these take a bit of time to develop. I won't lie. And let's transition to those guys here. So basically, I'm trying to get one of these, every week for every class. So there's about 6 of them per week. So I can make around roughly 6 of them. The younger kids, they get 2 pages. The older kids get 4 pages each. So, and especially with Phone Book 3, you can see that I really go in, and I'm doing every step. So check this out. I'm doing all of the exercises. I'm doing all of the word search. So we do all that. So they have, it's a really nice guide once they, need to do their homework. They have this to guide them through it if we don't finish it all in class. So then finally here we would be doing spot the differences. And then, yeah, we do the questions, and then let's go and write all the answers out. So yeah. It takes a little bit of time initially, but once it's done, and we can use it forever. And other people that are using Bingo Bongo worksheets can use it. Yeah, and it saves us all a lot of time. So then, where are we? Homework tutorials. And I think this means that's the end of stuff we had prepared. These were supposed to be not in here. So we can just get rid of all of these. All right. Wow, well, that's definitely an earful. I appreciate everyone listening for so long. So now, at this point, we're going to open it up to some Q&A. So were there any, I'm sure there were tons of questions that kind of came up throughout the presentation. So Aaron, did you notice anything in the chat box that we should?
Yeah, we can. I think my video is spotlighted now, so we can have a look at the Q&A on here. But yeah,
Oh,
if
thank
see,
you.
The first question there is ManyCam the tech that we're using for the screen in the screen function? And what about the free versus the paid version of ManyCam?
All right, thank you for that question. Let me come back to my screen. So ManyCam, there is a free version, but the free version, I'm not affiliated with this company at all, so I'm not trying to sell their products, but I did a lot of research. So free version has 2 channels only. And no, I don't think you can do picture in picture. So it's picture in picture, and there is a watermark. Our school has 3 classrooms, 3 computers, 3 teachers. It's really convenient for their like whatever, their unlimited professional version. I think I paid $100. Actually, it was less. It was 80 or 90, but that's for 3 computers for a full year. So that breaks down to about $3 per month per computer. That's a really, really good investment in my book. And yes, ManyCam is the software that I have not touched Zoom this entire presentation. So I think, yeah, let's see, somebody threw this out there, but they said, what about Zoom is restricting, or they're preventing virtual cameras? But the thing is, ManyCam, your computer is saying to Zoom, hey, I have a webcam. Here, use my webcam and do a Zoom video. But then Zoom has no way to verify what information. I don't think Zoom has face recognition technology. They can't check to see if you're sending them a picture in a picture. So I'm pretty sure we have the most up-to-date versions of Zoom. And no, we're just sending them the data from our webcam, but ManyCam is just telling that camera, no, show this screen. No, show this video. Hey, show this, show this, show this. And so ManyCam is really slick because, yeah, you've got all of these really nice, features. I've closed some of these windows down, so they're gone. But look at that. I mean, I can just have my whole lesson lined up. So you could try to use the free version. You would not have nearly as much success or, be able to use it the way that I've been demonstrating today. But yeah, if you want to play around with it, you can definitely try it out with the free version and test it with Zoom, and I'm almost 100% guaranteed it's going to work. So then let's go back to Aaron.
All right. So secondly, so how are we transitioning between screens in ManyCam?
I feel like this is going to be a big ManyCam. I've got to get them to pay me for this, right? So transitions. It's got keyboard shortcuts. So what I'm doing, can you throw me back on this guy here? Thank you.
Yeah. There you go.
What are we doing here? Boop, boop, boop. All right, this is a little bit weird. Okay, so here's my screen. You can see I've got ManyCam is here, and I've got all of these different these channels kind of lined up, ready to go. So here's just my video camera, just kind of unfiltered, unedited. Here's a PDF. This would be, a picture. And so this is, if this is number 2, number 3, number 4, then I just go to my keyboard, and it's kind of built in by default. You just hit Alt-1. And Aaron, can you spotlight back to my main channel?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Alt-1, Alt-2, Alt-3, Alt-4. So Zoom only ever gets one piece of webcam information, one set of information. And so you're not going to have any, I don't think you're going to have any problems. But again, I don't know if anybody's seeing any lag on your end, but for me, like what I'm seeing on my my preview camera, my student camera, it looks, you know, smooth, fine. If I have headphones and I can listen to myself. Hello? Is the volume down? But hello, hello, hello. Anyway, so
Yeah, can
yeah, the sound isn't set up for that camera, but anyway, yeah, Minicam is definitely slick, and you can use it for anything that you're using a webcam with. So you can use it just for Skype. You can use it for I don't know if Line or Google Hangouts. I'm sure all of these new online you know, lesson focused software program, all these programs, they all have the ability to accept you know, a webcam. And basically after that, it's all Minicam doing the work behind on the other side, I guess. If that makes sense, hopefully.
Okay, so the next question is, how many students do we typically have in a class?
Yeah, good question. What is that? I mean, we do private lessons. We our live lessons are, let's see. Sorry, I'm spotlighting myself back. Yeah, our live lessons, you know, typically I think our maximum is 9 students per class. So we do have some bigger classes, but nothing more than 9. On average, I would say 4 or 5. And obviously, the smaller the class, the more communication you can get, the more I will be willing to unmute all the students at once. But if it's a big class, no, I mean, it really is mostly mute. And you know, okay, guys, repeat after me, apple. And just, you know, imagine in your head, somebody is saying something. Because then at the end of the day, when you can show them the recorded video that allows them to repeat after you versus, you know, hearing a bunch of kids going, ah, rah, 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 and like static and feedback. We have triplets who are taking a class, and they are all 3 in the same room with 3 different devices. So it's just like feedback mayhem. So this has to be muted entirely. So yeah, 1 to 9. Obviously 1 is the easiest, 9 is challenging.
Okay, and someone had asked for the URL for a Manicam, so there it is on screen, and I'm
Thanks.
just going to post it to the chat as well. Hold on 1 second, please. Yep, here it is. So if anyone would like to use it, this is the link. If you
Thanks,
want.
Aaron.
And again, we do not get paid by them. Seems like we do, but we don't. All right. Okay. So the next question then is how to make the PDFs like the Peekaboo. So the question was concerning like how it looked like an animation, and the person was worried that, oh, is this a lot of coding? But no, this is just lots of slides that look very similar. And yeah, could you explain about how we get that kind of animation effect with PDFs like Peekaboo?
Yes, I can. All right, can you spotlight me, please?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so let's see. I want to find a desktop. Where is my desktop? I've never had this many. Never had this many open. But that's all right. Let's put it on number 4. I'm going to put a desktop here. Bear with me for 1 moment, and I will do my primary display one. Okay, so now maybe you can see this is Adobe Illustrator. And again, you can do Photoshop or you can do MS Paint. You can use whatever you want. If you can just get images, you could do, you know, take photos of stills, you know, like real photos of yourself, you know, doing different things. But what I do is, let's see, slides for online lessons, worksheet. Let's see. You know what? I built these on a different computer, and I might not have them. Peekaboo game. I do have them. Okay, so let me throw up the Illustrator artboards. So what I do for my yeah, I just make a lot of images. So it's kind of like a little you know, flip animation book or something. So here I would have, you know, card number 1, and then it says Peekaboo, how are you? And then it says I'm good. And so if you can make a single, you know, or a set of images, a set of photos, then I take and I export these guys. I'm going to export. If you're not familiar with Illustrator, just ignore this for a moment. It's a little bit technical, but I'm going to take all of these and export them. All right, so I'll throw them on my desktop. and just call it peekaboo. Peekaboo. Select that folder, export my artboards. I'm exporting them as PDFs, but you could export them as images. And so now on my desktop, I have all of these PDFs, right? And if you have the paid version we have Adobe Creative Cloud, Adobe CC here. So we have the paid version of Adobe Acrobat DC. And that allows you, so if I right click, you can see it says combine the files in Acrobat. So if it was a picture, even a photo, I could do that. But I right click, combine them in Acrobat, and you can see they all get thrown together. And so now I have this nice PDF of all of the images crammed together there. They're not in the right order. Let's see. So good, sleepy, that's hungry. I'm happy, that's okay. I'm okay. Anyway, sorry, I need to, it'll take a second to make these look good, but all right, so I put them together and now I have a PDF and, you know, just imagine they're in the right order. Peekaboo, how are you? I'm okay. Peekaboo, how are you? I'm happy. So some of these I do in Photoshop, some of these I do in Illustrator, but yeah, it's just, you know, a set of images. So that's the cool thing is that we're getting rid of the video and the apps. We've made an app called ABC Chomp, but the animation rate of that app doesn't sync well with online lessons Zoom. So it's always really choppy and laggy and no. So that's why we're trying to simplify and just make resources that are really designed, I think, specifically for, well, I would say specifically for online, but we can use these in live lessons and we're gonna be using a lot of this stuff once we go back into the classroom. So that was kind of a long answer to the question, but hopefully it gives you some insight of maybe where to do more research. All right.
All right. So next question, homework. What are we doing about it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Homework's a tough one. What can you do? I mean, we don't have the time or resources to really check everyone's homework. We're doing it the same format that we did in live lessons. We would have them start their homework, their worksheets. We'd always spend 10 to 15 minutes doing worksheets, make sure they know how to do the worksheets, make sure all the difficult parts are finished, and the rest would just be you know, reading and writing practice. They go home and do it. We can check it the next week. I think we're going to have to let the check slide, but now that we have the videos online, that's a fair compromise where the parents can maybe check it if they look at the videos, or you know, the students can, you know, watch the video again and check their answers. Obviously, it depends on their age and their ability, but yeah, homework. Our worksheets are the homework, but we're doing a lot of it in class. But I think we're still assigning about 20 to 30% of the worksheets of the remaining parts that we didn't finish. We're assigning that as, okay, that's your homework for next week, but we never check it. And that's kind of the end of the story.
All right. Okay. So our next question is there a setting to mute students from the very beginning in Zoom? We know we get that pop-up box where you can select participants cannot unmute themselves, but is there a setting in Zoom that we can set up so they automatically don't have that option?
Yeah, can you spotlight me, please?
Yep.
All right, so yeah, this is kind of specific to Zoom, the Zoom platform. I did a lot of research. Actually, I don't really like Zoom that much, but it's kind of the you know, the standard now. So okay, so let me get my I want to show you my desktop. Where is my desktop? Okay, the organization is going out the window here. All right, maybe you guys can see my desktop. Cool. So now what I want to do is find the Zoom, that original Zoom window. It looks like it's here. Boom. So here's my Zoom. You know, here's your home screen, right? So you would go into settings here, I believe, and I'll pull this up. And general, let's see, video, so spotlight my video, always display. It might be in advanced here. Okay, so if it's not in this set, there's a couple things you can do. What you can do is go to your meetings. After you if you schedule a meeting, you can click on that lesson or that meeting,
that
you go to
lesson, that
edit.
meeting.
You go to edit. And then here at the bottom, advanced options, mute participants on entry is down here. Enable join before the host. Enable the waiting room. So we have all these kind of specialized settings. These can all be set from the website options area, but I'll let you just search for that. It shouldn't be too difficult if you know what's out there. All right.
Okay. All right. So, have you ever had a problem with students not being able to join, even though they have the link to the class?
No, we haven't had that problem, but we have a student. I get a spotlight.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we have had one student that they have no internet, no cell phone, no internet, just no physical way of joining an online lesson. So for that student, we just said, all right, pause your class. If the student that's paid for a full year, we'll just once we start back up in regular lessons, then we'll give them the extra months. They can extend that year, that payment. And if it's a student who, for a technical reason, like their internet just was out, or their phone was broken, or whatever the case, we let them do a makeup lesson in a different teacher's class. And then we also give them the link to the recording of the video of the lesson they were supposed to be in, so they can review the lesson of the class with their classmates and their favorite teacher, or their original teacher, and then they can do a makeup lesson somewhere. So that's what we do in that case so far.
All right. Okay. And just lastly was a comment about how using the videos, like with the homework, how to explain the worksheets, is great, because those kind of things give you a good chance to kind of plan through the lesson and catch up. Because I found in my lessons, I'm talking pretty much constantly, especially if the students are on mute, if we're getting feedback or something. So yeah, I mean, definitely things like chants and videos like that are definitely great, I think. Yeah.
Whoever said that, that's spot on. Today, I was thinking, how does one teacher teach this worksheet? I'm the creator of all of our worksheets. So when I create the worksheets, I want to make it, there's an easy part, kind of a medium part, and a difficult part. No matter what their level is, they can get something out of it. But today I was like doing this, well, this is great. Now I have full control. Maybe one of our teachers might not think to say, let's practice this vocab, or hey, let's write the letters first. Can you read it? Then let's find the word. So we can, our worksheets are designed to be flexible, but I don't know that all teachers are going to have the same ideas or use them the same way. So yeah, definitely when you lay out your videos, it gives you a way better chance to plan for yourself, to plan for your whole team. And I think your students and parents are gonna notice and go, wow, this is organized, and they're gonna appreciate it. And if we can make a high quality online lesson product that they enjoy, we'll keep our students, and who knows, if we could get new students, that'd be great. But I'm not holding my breath right now. We're just trying to survive until things get back to normal, which I hope they do someday.
All right, that looks like that's all the questions that we have for now. Thank you very much. That was great.
Yeah, that's it. No more questions. All right. Well, yeah, this is really fun for us. Like I said, we've been, just going crazy trying to, trying to figure out like how to do this. And obviously we have the whole Bingo Bongo curriculum that we've been using. So we're just thinking, okay, how can we, make this work online? And so for people that are using our downloadable curriculum packs or the books, I hope this gives you tons of ideas. And let's see, just kind of like, final thoughts. All of this stuff, we're going to be developing it every month. So hopefully there's a way that we can, package it or make sure that everyone else can get a hold of it. So I think right now the idea we're thinking is to have kind of an online teachers monthly resource club or something like that. And so each month, whatever we build, whatever we design, we just give you guys the link, and then you have access to all these things. But if you're using Bingo Bongo's fun books or you're using the downloadable curriculum packs, having the homework videos just makes perfect sense for online lessons. So yeah, I think if there are no other questions, then I would like to say thank you to everyone. Let's continue to, do our best, work together, come up with lots of great ideas. If you found that this video was, beneficial or useful at all, please, share it all over the place. We're going to be, we'll put it on our Bingo Bongo blog, if not tonight, tomorrow, right away. So I'd like to say thank you. And I hope it wasn't too awkward just kind of listening to two dudes chat about, resources the whole time. But I feel like it lets us really just focus in and cover a lot more ideas. So if you thought that if you thought maybe the discussion format was better, please let us know. If you have any questions or comments, please send them to info@bingobongokids.com. We'd love to hear from you. All right, on that note, anything to
All
add?
right, take care, guys.
All right, good night.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Okay, see you. Goodbye.
Bye.